Hey, back off, back off. All right, what do we have? We've got two rapscallions approaching. Get back. All right, the one has a bludgeon in hand, takes a swing. All right, this is a block, upward block, then a roll. Okay, then you see the other rapscallion. All right, safety snap here. Okay, two rounds at close quarters, retreat. Okay, this was at a distance of a yard. All right, when we look at the other rapscallion, this was at 5 yards. And I think it was a second shot I hit low, but we're on the center line. Let's give this one another try. All right, rapscallion coming up, getting in your space with evil intent. Hey, get back. All right, now, instead, swings a club. All right, at close quarters, that's a no-brainer. Now, swinging over to our minuscule rapscallion over here. All right, a little bit off center this time, but both on the target. Hopefully, we neutralized this assailant. Hi, this is Greg with Lionquestfitness. You know, concealed carry is a journey. We start at point A and we get to point B, C, down to point, you know, as long as we are carrying and concerned about our self-defense. And sometimes we change things. Sometimes we look for better ways of doing things. Sometimes we go back to old things, like this old beat-up Chief Special, nicknamed Rosie, that I've been carrying a lot here lately. So let's talk about it. Now, what I have here is the gun that caused me to purchase Rosie. Well, actually not. This is a Chief Special that belonged to my old friend Scott Thorfison that he gave me. But it looks an awful lot like the new Heritage Roscoe. And I wanted one. And I was on the list from Kentucky Gun Company. And every time they got in stock, boom, before I could get my handy dandy debit card out, they were gone. You know, so I had to get me a consolation prize. Now, before I get to the consolation prize, let me talk to you about Carlita, another Chief Special, about the same age as Rosie. They were made between 1962 and 1966. Now, both are nickel plated, but Carlita is in very, very good shape. And I have precision specialty grips on Carlita. And it's a very good gun. It shoots very well. A very, very good representation of what Smith & Wesson used to make. But you know, a gun in this kind of condition, I'm not going to carry it very often. On the other hand, I looked at Rosie a time or two at 12 Mile Defense in Pickens, South Carolina. And Rosie wasn't going anywhere. You know, it's Chief Special, once again, about 1962, 1966. Does have the flat latch, but it's not in very good condition as far as cosmetically. You can tell the nickel finish is pitted and worn. It had these pearl-handled grips. I added the Tyler T, which, by the way, this was a Tyler T for a round butt K-frame, and it seems to work very good on the round butt Chief Specials as well. But the thing is, I'd seen it for a while and it kept going down in price. And I checked it out, and the action was very good. The lockup was very good. And internally, the gun was in very good shape. And it is a very good and accurate shooter. So rather than a Heritage Roscoe, and rather than a 442 that was new, I looked at both guns, roughly the same price, and I said, you know something, you can't go wrong with a vintage Smith & Wesson. So I've been carrying this gun a lot in a pocket holster that also belonged to my old friend, Mr. Holster. Thank you, Crazy Scotsman. And I found good homes for those other holsters you sent me from Scott. So this is summertime. I'm often wearing cargo shorts or 511 pants, both who have deep pockets. This holster works well. I can get the gun in and out. However, today I was wearing a type of slacks. I found that it was very hard to get the gun out in a timely fashion. And therefore I switched. I was carrying a 642 in a cross draw, which is actually a simply rugged pancake holster that can be cross draw outside the waistband, or it can actually be worn inside the waistband. And this was a gift from the Alsatian a few years back. And this seemed to work a lot better with these pants. Now, as far as Rosie here, she's a good shooter. She weighs 19 ounces, which is a little heavier than a Smith & Wesson Air weight, like the 442 or 642. And I like that extra weight. Now, as far as these grips, I'm going to put the Precision Specialty grips on this gun because I can't put a speed loader on with these grips, but I can with the Precision Specialty grips. So anyway, this is how I wound up with this beater, a Chief Special, an old Chief Special, but one that still works. And this is Greg with Lionquest Fitness.